I'm live. I'm live. 1 minute behind. Hey, y'all. Hey. At the very last minute, I realized I had forgot some stuff. So, I'm a little out of breath because I just went to catch it. And just waiting a few minutes. Gonna pull up my live over here on my computer too, so I can see from both angles. Okay, no, we're not doing this. Muting. Okay. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, friend. This week has been a little challenging for the live streaming. I was trying to, my goal was to stream from both angles, from shorts and from vertical and horizontal is my goal. And I've tried a couple of different ways to do that, and it was an epic fail. I attempted to do a impromptu live the other day, and that didn't work out so well because they could not see me or hear me. So I don't know if anybody, sorry, I'm trying to get this straightened out. If anybody came through then, but that was a fail. So I apologize for that, but I'm trying to give everybody a good experience, which is why I was trying to catch my breath, which is why I was experimenting with that. So anyway, I am contemplating starting a fasting Friday. I don't know how many people fast on Fridays. I don't know how many people are even interested in a fasting Friday. But if people can't join the live, then they hopefully can catch the replay. We're going to be talking about some interesting topics that are surrounded by fasting, and then also kind of touching on mental and emotional health and the connection that it has with the decisions that we make regarding food or our relationship with food. And not everybody is the same. Not everybody, it may not be that deep for everybody. However, it is for me. So, I just want to share my experience and stuff like that and stuff. So I have a few talking points that I wanted to share with you guys. And if people come into the live, then great. And if they don't, then, hopefully they can catch the replay. Where should I start? Well, I wanted to ask who is fasting today, but right now I don't really have anybody to ask that to. So I'm going to do a quick rundown of my journey with alternate day fasting, or how I got here and got to this point, and have since fell in love with alternate day fasting to where I know that it will continue to be a lifestyle for me, not because of weight loss, but because I like the way that it makes me feel as well. I have been doing intermittent fasting, different variations, for several years now, and really had limited success with weight loss. And it was on and off. Like, I can't say that I was doing it for years consistently. I was doing it for months at a time, but however, I found myself sabotaging when I was eating. And that's why I do believe that it's more important. Feast days are, especially when you're doing ADF, or if you're not doing ADF and you're doing another form of intermittent fasting, it is still important. Your food choices are important, because I would have a great fast, whether it was intermittent fasting in any variation, or OMAD. I've done that. Like I gradually worked my way up to where I am now with OMAD. I mean, with the ADF. But regardless of what I was doing, I always ended up self-sabotaging on my feast day. So that is what the focus for me needs to be, more so than fasting, because especially with the GLP-1 now, in addition to my alternate day fasting, I don't struggle as much on fast days. It's the feast days. And some of it is just, it's really just bad decisions because I may not even be hungry and the food noise is quiet. But when you do things out of habit, then you can potentially still do those things. So I'm not going to even pretend like I'm perfect. Like, for example, at what point I was doing a modified ADF, right? When I first started, I went from OMAD to modified ADF before I started doing true ADF, which is, I guess I'm still doing a modified version of it, if I'm being honest here, because I will have coffee with some cream up in there, even on my feast day. I'm sorry, even on my fast days. And that has not harmed my weight loss, and it keeps me satisfied. And actually, I'm probably gonna have a cup here in a minute because we did a refinance on our house. The lady just left from closing, so I didn't really have time to put a little something on my stomach. So I'm probably gonna do that here in a minute. And it's, so I guess I'm still doing modified. I don't want to come out here and then get attacked by the folks that's like, that's not true ADF because you're having cream in your coffee, or you're, call it dirty fasting, call it modified ADF, whatever name we put on it. I'm going to pick what method works for me, and we can call it what we want. So I don't get nobody upset and stuff, I will call it, I still do modified ADF, because on fasting days, I'm still going to have the coffee with the cream. I do not enjoy black coffee. I know that would be better, but that's just not what I'm getting ready to do. So the topics that I wanted to go over, anyway, there's a little bit of background. I went over the years from intermittent fasting, gradually, and I literally started from 16 and 8. And then I worked my way up to, and I would do that for some months. And then I'm like, okay, well, let me add in a few more hours. So then I went converted to 18 and 6, and then 20 and 4, and then OMAD. And then by January of this year, I was doing OMAD, but I would do great all day fasting, and then end up by the end of the day, when I had my one meal, it was it almost made up for the rest of the day. So I basically blew my fast when it was time to feast. And I just felt like that defeated the purpose. Of course, we know it defeats the purpose. Hey, friend. Hey, friend. Thank you for being here, beautiful. Hey, you are a champ. You have inspired me this week. You got me thinking about some dirty, not some dirty fast. Look, I've been over here. Before you got here, I was talking about modified and dirty fast. You have me thinking about some dry fasting. And I was just sharing that even on, I guess I'm really doing a modified fast because I still have coffee with cream in it, even on my fast days. I'm fasting today, of course, because this is a fasting Friday, a fast with me Friday. And thank all of y'all for being here, whoever's here. Whether you are in the chat or not, I just appreciate you popping, whether you pop in or out or whatever you do. I just appreciate you either way for popping in. So yeah, I need to try the dry fast because I did before and was very successful with that. But I today have had so they say modified fasting is, yes, friend. So that's what I was doing earlier in the year. I went from, so some days I guess I'm doing it depends. I know modified fast, they say as long as you stay under 500 calories, then that's still considered like a modified ADF. I have not had a meal per se, but I do sip on some coffee just to keep my appetite at bay, which of course the GLP-1 helps with that. So I'm so grateful for that because it does make my fast easier. And I'm just not the girl that's going to try to tough it out if I don't have to. Um, I am working on my mental and emotional health and healing my relationship with food. So that's heavy. That is heavy in itself. I had a therapy session yesterday and it went great. As long as you don't go over 500. Yes, Emre. So is that 500 like at one time, or could it be? I was under the impression if you're going to do the 500, it needs to be at one time and then you start your fast right back up, is what I read. MCT oil or butter and coffee will help. Okay. And I did that before, but that was back when I tried keto because I've been tried, I don't want to say everything because I'm sure there's some stuff out there like I've never tried vegan or anything like that, but all the diets, I guess, or lifestyle changes I have tried at some point in time over the years in my journey. Low carb, keto. That's what I did try the what is that coffee called? Where you put the MCT oil and the butter in it. Oh gosh, maybe it'll come to me. Maybe it will come to me. But I might have told y'all how my memory is, so maybe it won't come to me. I don't know. It's not keto coffee. It's the fat that gets you through it if you need it. How come my husband is in the chat, y'all? Look at Charles Newby down there. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Bulletproof. Yes, Emre. Thank you. Girl, what would I do without you? You helped my memory out. Remember last week I couldn't remember the life fasting app? And you helped me out with that. That's my girl. Thank you, friend. So I'm gonna try to stay on track because last week I felt like I was all over the place. Although we had good conversation, we did. So, what did I want to discuss? One of the main things that I wanted to talk about. So, anyway, that's my rundown from my history, and how I ended up here, and finally found something that suits me. The ADF, I was on and off, and I struggled, but I realized this year I have struggled with it, even though I love it. Because of my relationship with food, I still struggle with it. Like, that is, it kind of reminds me of my therapist talking about how you can have space for two opposite things at the same time. And he gave me that advice when I started going to him for my healing from my grief over losing my son. And he said that you can hold space for Jalen and also and grieve him, but also find joy in this life at the same time. And he has helped me over the years because I've been seeing him, I think about almost 3 years or so at this point. He has helped me figure out how to navigate that and to where now I do believe that it's true. So I said that to say that you can hold space for struggling, with ADF, but also loving ADF at the same time and really making it a part of your lifestyle. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about was, no, let me first stop. Whoever may come across the replay and anybody that's in here right now, first of all, I have worked on growing my YouTube channel for several years now. I started out just to do it for helping people, and that's still my goal, but I just made a few videos back when I had plastic surgery, and I documented that because I had a hard time finding a plus size woman who had plastic surgery. And so I was like, well, let me be that plus size woman for the next person that comes along, So I made videos that way. And then, slowly over the years, it's just been put on me to continue YouTube. And I'm like, I'm self-conscious. I feel awkward behind the camera, but God would not take that desire off of me. And I knew that it was of him because it made me uncomfortable. but the yearning was still there. And like, and I knew that he had something more for me in life because of all the trauma that I have experienced. I'm not supposed to sit on this. I'm supposed to talk to people and share with people that you can overcome even the most devastating things in life. And it's not of our own will, it's not of our own being, it's nothing but God. Because me, I think I told y'all I had gave up on life. I quit taking care of myself in the last live when I was talking about I quit taking care of myself. I was neglecting my hygiene. Y'all know I get on here and tell my business, right? Because I did last week. I went to the dentist. I promise I'm gonna get back on track. We're gonna talk about some fasting stuff, but I got to share this real quick about how your mental and emotional health, if neglected, will turn you into a different person. You won't even recognize yourself anymore, because I didn't. And so I had neglected myself to the point. So I went to the dentist, right? I'm trying to catch up on all my appointments. Like, I haven't been taking care of myself. I lost insurance, so I couldn't go to the doctor. So I got all these specialists I'm trying to see. So I've been going into my appointments the last few months trying to play catch up. Went to the dentist. They informed me I hadn't been in 2 years. I'm one that goes to the dentist every 6 months. And I'm like, y'all got to be wrong about that. No, it's on my calendar. See? And they were like, no, but you didn't come in for a cleaning. You came in for like some pain or something. So anyway, they did my exam and my x-ray and all of that. And come to find out, if I don't get myself together and start taking better care of my teeth, I'm going to end up losing some. And that scared the bejesus out of me to think about losing my teeth. And I'm 47 years old. So they were like, okay, well, if you come in and you do these deep cleanings and you come in for a while every 4 months, we'll get you back together. And so it was really a wake-up call for me. So like I said, if you don't take care of your heart and your headspace, you'll turn into somebody you don't even recognize. So I'll get back to my therapy appointment, because that was really we're going in an amazing direction. I could really feel and see my healing. Like, I can see it. It's so close. I can see it. Peggy says, hey, Peggy. Hey, friend. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. She says, I like your videos and it's helping me on my journey as well. I'm on my 8th week on the GLP-1. I've also added intermittent also this week, and I lost more weight this week as well. Thanks for sharing. Honey, I'm going to tell you about the GLP-1 in combination with fasting. I was scared. I'm not going to cuss, but I want to. I feel it in my spirit. I was really, really scared to bring that out. Oh no, not snaggerpuss. Girl, almost. Almost. I was going to be missing some of these. Peggy, I was so scared to bring to my channel that I was doing the GLP-1 because of the stigma. You're taking the easy way out. I did it all natural weight loss. I'm going to take every bit of help that I could possibly get because I want this weight off of me. And if I don't, it's better to do it with the help than to not do it and just say that you struggled through it. That makes no sense to me. So kudos to you, my dear. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the compliment. I'm glad that you enjoy my videos. I'm working on bringing more value to you guys in my videos. So if there's anything that in particular that you want me to talk about, I would love to do that. So just let me know. But congratulations on your GLP-1 and your fasting journey. Just be safe with anything you do. I started and I didn't talk to my physician first about it, but then I ended up running it by her. And some people fast for religious reasons. So because of that, and that's not my reason. I'm not gonna act like that it has something to do with that, because it doesn't. I do feel like that a long fast will definitely give you clarity, and it can definitely help you spiritually. But that was not my reason. So I didn't want to tell her, oh yeah, that's why. But anyway, she said to be safe with it, but that it is okay. And there was one time that I felt kind of strange per se. And I decided to go ahead and snack on something because you want to be safe, safety first. But if the majority of the time I can get through the fast, and then also on the GLP-1, then I say, why not? And there is another YouTuber by the name of Weight with Jazz. She has a smaller channel as well. I was in her live. She has a ton of lives coming up. And if you are interested in more education and information about fasting and the GLP-1, then check her channel out as well, because she talks about it. She is already at go, I think. Or she looks like she is anyway. But yeah, so check her out if you're interested in, sorry, I'm trying to move this closer. Check her out too. First of all, who's fasting today? That's what I'm curious to know. Thank you, M. Ray. I'm trying hard. The exercise part, trying to add next. Y'all, remember last week I said I was going to do better this week with activity. Jasmine is in maintenance. Okay, yes. Thank you, M. Ray, for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. So yeah, activity. I need some accountability, because last week in the live I said that I was going to make it a priority this week, and I didn't. And I could come up with some excuses, but I didn't, because where there's a will, there's a way. And has this week been busy? Yes, it's been busy for a lot of people, I'm sure. It's been busy people preparing for the holidays, which is something else I want to talk to you guys about next. I could have did it. I could have did it at work in between calls. There's a lot, because I work from home. I got a whole setup. No excuse. I need somebody help me. Hold me accountable. I got to do something different, because I have not been active, and there's no excuse. I got it all planned out. I know people have made suggestions, to me, and I have all those things in place already. I just got to get my body up and go do it. M. Ray, congratulations on your fast. Yes, baby steps, Peggy, because it will get if you try to do too much, too fast, make too many changes at one time, you'll be discouraged or want to give up. And find what works for you. Whether it's the gym, whether it's working out at home with certain videos, or that's why I go back to knowing yourself is so important. You need to know your triggers. You need to know what's going to work for you. When you try all at once, you set yourself up for failure. You sure do. And I think I made a video showing my water bottle, but you know what I realized, and I'm still learning myself, because I don't want to get too much on my soapbox and start talking about other things that are not fasting. But when you live your life for other people, you lose yourself and you don't even realize who you are. So I'm still, because I did that for a very long time. And shout out to my husband, because we've been together for 17 years and he has given me the space to grow and evolve into who I am. Because when I met him, I was like, what kind of girl do you like? So I can be her, because I was so used to pretending to be, as a people pleaser, to be what other people wanted me to be. And he was like, do you, be you. And I'm like, I don't know who it is. And I'm learning. So, yeah, I'm already like 24 minutes into this live. So I'm trying to get back on the fasting, because I know this is what y'all here for. Walking works, and you can simply walk around your home. And I need to, I gotta shout husband out. Yes, our friend. Yes, shout out to the husband. Shout out to the husband. Peggy says, so true. My struggle is I see a lot of people talking about protein. How much protein you all eat a day? Water, I'm drinking 120 ounces a day. Honey, you drinking more water than I am. And I talked about the water bottle, and I think I showed it in another video. And I'm a gulper, so that's another thing. Like you want to find a water bottle that works best for you. And if you're drinking that much, then you must have found what works for you. So kudos to you. When I just discovered, because I have that gulper water bottle, but I get on the phone at work and taking calls, and I just don't think about it. Sometimes it'll sit there all day and I ain't touched it. So I drink to thirst. I'm not a thirsty person. Like, are you thirsty and you drink because you're thirsty? Or what do you mean, Emre? Because what I have found is like just the regular 16.9 ounce. I have drank more water this week because of that. The 16.9 ounce water bottles, like you buy a 24 or 32 ounce, pack of water. And I just guzzle and to get it over with. And I'm like, okay, yes, too much water will flush out electrolytes. Oh, so maybe guzzling's not a good idea. How else I'm going to get it in? I don't know. So one thing that I want to talk about, because Thanksgiving is coming up. And once again, it's y'all's Friday and y'all here with me. So shout out to y'all. Y'all are the real MVPs up in here for spending your Friday and your time with me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I use the rule half of your body weight. Girl. I ain't never going to get down half this body weight. Okay? That would be way too much. Listen, I set goal. Okay, so I've told myself, just starting out at least anyway, 24, no, not 24. I usually drink when I'm thirsty. See, I would never drink if I did that. So 48 to 64 ounces has been my goal, and I ain't even really been able to reach that. Okay, what am I doing here? I've got to do better. Peggy says, Emre, oh Lord, thank you. I love water. I'll drink water and not eat. I stalled for 2 weeks. When I did the intermittent this week, I broke it down 9 pounds this week. You go, girl. It's my friend. Good job. I just drank a liter of water. Okay, Emre. Okay. I feel like I want somebody to go give me some water right now. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Babe. Sorry, y'all. Babe. Will you bring me a bottle of water, please, out the fridge? Thank you. See, y'all done motivated me. Y'all done motivated me. Shout out to y'all. Because I had 1 bottle of water today. That's 16.9 ounces. I'd be ashamed of myself and then trying to get on here and talk. Thank y'all. Thank you, friend. Thank you, friend. Here come my water, y'all. I really want a cup of coffee too, for real. Thank you. Appreciate you. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, Embrace the husband, get my friend some water. He did too, girl. Look, he's a good one. Go, queen. We got this. Let's go. Yes, I'm so happy for you and your weight loss. You got to celebrate them. Celebrate the wins. Because you know what? If you had to gain weight, you would have beat yourself up much stronger, probably. Or I would have. Then you celebrate yourself. So you better take that win and dance. I see you dancing in the comments, friend. Yes. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm sorry. I needed that. Thank y'all for holding me accountable. And I'm going to finish this. I'm going to finish it too. I want to talk to y'all about the holidays. All right. Thanksgiving is coming up. Have y'all made a plan for Thanksgiving? It is on a Thursday. And I don't know y'all's fasting regimens. Mine is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I feast on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And then on Sunday, I do OMAD. So that is my routine. So this Thursday, or the Thursday of Thanksgiving, is a feast day. So, and then it depends on your lifestyle. Do y'all have a lot of celebrations going on during the holidays? Because if you do, then you'll want to plan more for those situations. I don't have a whole lot. I don't fool with a whole lot of people. I keep to myself. Me and my family will get together on Thanksgiving Day, and that's it. So that's the only day that I really have to worry about. It's my feast day anyway. My plan is very simple, so that I can indulge. We have different options, right? This is my plan. So that I can indulge, I choose to, I'm going to fast all day, and then I'll just have what I desire, which I haven't been able to finish a plate here lately. So, which is good. That's what the GLP-1 is for. That's my plan. Have you all thought about what your plan is for the holidays, for Thanksgiving, for Christmas? I got some notes wrote down here. So, okay, Emre says, I'm eating with moderation and will start my fasting window when I am done eating. This is the beauty of fasting. Yes, like there's so much flexibility, and it's free. It's free. So, yes, fasting is amazing. And if you have the ability to fast, or even to indulge per se, and then have the strength, or the mind or the will to get back right back on the horse, right? Then that's amazing. What happened to me one time was I couldn't get back on. But I'm back on now. So better late than never. So that's the only thing, is that if it triggers you to keep making bad decisions, or you end up throwing fasting out the window because you have indulged to the point that it just lit up so many triggers in you that you couldn't get back on track. That's the only issue. But like, you have to make a decision. What is most important? My oldest son that's passed, he was a football player. He played flag football all the way up to after he graduated. He went to play football at college. Emre says, with our cocktail, no one should have an excuse. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Very, very true. Very, very true. He would say something to keep himself motivated. And I think it was a quote from somewhere else, but it says something to the point, or the effect of, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, or as much as you want to breathe, then you will be successful. And so I have that quote posted, of all places. I'm gonna confess, y'all gonna be like, what's stopping you? In my little mini home gym upstairs. I have that printed out and posted. What I need to, this is what I need, because I have all the systems in place to be successful, and I'm being successful. If anybody has seen my last few weigh-ins, I'm down 30 pounds. I don't know what tomorrow's weigh-in is going to bring, but we'll see on Sunday for the video. But I have all the systems in place to do better than what I'm doing. I got the mini home gym. I've got I know myself well enough to know what water bottle I need, and what I need to focus more on food choices, and hydration, and exercise and activity. So yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. So I don't know if you guys have thought about your plans for the holidays, but that's definitely something to think about because we are not waiting to January, right? We are already on our weight loss journeys. And we're going to be lighter going into the new year. And we do not want to let the holidays be our downfall or our pitfall. I refuse. Because for me, if I wait until January, it's just too triggering for me to wait until then. Because what it reminds me of is the person that over every year has started a weight loss journey in January and failed. So that negative voice in the back of my head would just say to me, yeah, here we go again. How long are you going to last this time? How long are you going to make it this time? So I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting. Peggy says, let me ask, if you're craving something, do you all eat it? I usually do. Yeah, I usually do. Emre says, this year I won't be her. So and I'm not encouraging you, Peggy. I'm answering your question. So I'm saying I usually do. But to you need to know yourself. Like if it's too much of a trigger, if you think it's going to send you over the edge of no return, that's the thing. Like if it's just temporary, then yes, I would have it and move on with my life. Emre says, to be honest, I don't have cravings on tirzepatide. And Peggy says, okay, now I don't feel bad. I don't overdo it. So, Peggy, okay, I would have to go back to the comments. Babe, remind me again how long you've been on the medicine. Because I'm going to be honest, it took like 4 months in. The first 3 months I was on the medicine, I was still having cravings. And there's certain things in particular that I know that were triggers for me, and I would still go get them, and I would have them every single day. And I don't even want to say what they was in this video because I don't want to trigger, but I know in my mind what it is. But yes, so I guess I said that to say, and y'all forgive me because I got a little touch of ADHD, and I have not been diagnosed, but I know myself. I'm very self-aware, with the good and the bad within me, to know that I have ADHD, I'm long-winded, and I get off track. Peggy says, next week is my 9th week, down 21 pounds total. Honey, I hadn't lost hardly no weight at 9 weeks in, so I take my hat off to you. Congratulations. Good for you. Good for you, friend. I'm proud of you. Very, very proud of you. At 9 weeks in, I was still having cravings. Because I was probably on what do you mind sharing what dose you're on? I was still on a very, very low dose, and it took me like, before I felt anything, I was on a 7.5 milligrams before I felt like the food noise dimmed and the cravings went away. Emre says, before, when I had a craving, I would go to a gas station and buy a single serving of what I was craving. That's a great idea. That is a great idea. If you don't keep it in the house, and if it's inconvenient, especially now that it's finna be cold, unless you live in Florida or something. Peggy says 0.5. At that one, I hadn't yet felt any appetite suppressant, so I was still having a lot of cravings. But I wasn't having them probably as much as I did before, so I would just allow myself to have it. And if you think it's going to be a constant thought on your mind until you get it over with, I would let myself have it. And then just see, like, test the waters. If you feel like that it was a bad decision afterwards because it triggered all the cravings coming back, the next time, nope, because I remember what that felt like, and I don't want to go through that again. Because who wants to have to fight that? Thank God for GLP-1. I'm grateful for that. Can't have family size in my home. No, ma'am. Me either. But yeah, like, I tell you, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. It was chocolate peanut clusters. That was my trigger. And I could talk about it. I was talking about it last week and still ain't had no more. But I don't buy them. I don't keep them here because I will probably like just eat them out of habit, because I enjoy them. But actually, honestly, the last time I allowed myself to have some, I didn't enjoy them as much. And then I'm kind of mindful. That's what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. I need to learn to be more present. If I'm more present with myself, then I am aware of everything around me. I'm aware of that water bottle that's sitting on my desk. Y'all look. I'm aware. I love turtles. Yes, me too. I love those too. Of that water bottle beside me. I'm aware of the exercise equipment that I have in my office. So that is something that I need to learn to practice more, being present. And I think that it's been a struggle for me because I have used escapism. I don't know. I know that's a word. I don't know if I'm using the right term. Wait a minute. Alexa, y'all know it's my girl. I like to ask her stuff too. What is the definition of escapism?
Escapism is the act of avoiding reality by indulging in activities that distract the mind, such as entertainment or imagining situations. It is a way to cope with difficult emotions or life circumstances by hiding from the realities of the world. While escapism can be a healthy way to cope with stress or sadness, it can also become an unhealthy habit if it distracts someone from facing their problems head on.
That's the right word. That's the right word. Peggy says, thank you for answering my question. I'll go back and replay. Let me get ready for this Tyson fight. Oh, I forgot about that. Laugh out loud. Have a blessed weekend, everyone. Thank you for being here, Peggy. Thank you, friend. I'll see you next time, babe. Enjoy the fight. Emray said, why are you bothering my legs? I'm sorry, y'all keep on doing that. But hey, I can't Google right now. I can't Google, so it's my girl. Sorry to you, Alexa. Stop. She'll answer me again. Where was I going with that? Escapism. So I think that's why I struggle. In this is a moment of me having an epiphany because I didn't make that connection before of why I'm not present. Because if I'm more present, then I'm aware I need to get up and exercise. I need to drink the water that's right here in my face, right? So it's because I've used escapism in my life because of the trauma that I struggle with being present. Like, it was a revelation right here on my live. That's amazing for me. Y'all have no idea how much I have struggled over the years mentally and emotionally with trauma and have suppressed it until the last few years. I literally had to have a mental break to start getting it together. So that's why I scream from the mountaintops the importance of mental health, because there's nobody that can tell me that it's not connected to our relationship with food. Everybody has their drug, I guess, for lack of a better term, of choice. Not really choosing per se, but I gravitated towards food, and that's what I found my comfort in. I used to smoke cigarettes. They did the same thing. I stopped smoking when my husband had to stop smoking for his heart. So holidays, I wanted to talk about that. I have a plan for mine, which is very simple. I'm gonna fast all day. Christmas is a fast day for me, and I am going to let's see, I wrote down Christmas is on, what day is Christmas on? I'm not gonna ask Alexa, okay? Emery, I'm not gonna ask Alexa. I know it's on a feast day. I'm looking at my calendar right now. I know it's on a feast day because I looked at this. How come I looked at it earlier to prepare for this and then I can't remember where I wrote down at? Yes, Christmas is on December 25th, is on a Wednesday. So that is my fast day. I fast Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I will swap my days out. so that I can, of course, enjoy Christmas dinner with my family. I will feast on one of my fast days, and I'll just swap those out. I've already got my plan in place, and we don't really do anything for New Year's. I'm not sure. I guess it's also on a New Year's Eve is on a Tuesday. New Year's Day is on a Wednesday. So whatever I end up doing, if we have meals planned, I will swap my feast for fast days. So that's the beauty in fasting, and it's so flex because of the flexibility. Um, Also during the holidays, unless I'm gonna have an alcoholic beverage, which I may or may not. If I do, I'll sip on one little drink probably. I don't turn up the way I used to. Yeah. Um, but other than that, I don't drink my calories. I do not like to drink my calories unless I have the coffee and then the creamer. But that's like 30 calories for a tablespoon. That's all I really put in there, cream. No sugar. But other than that, I will drink, like, use the sugar-free packs, and water, and that's it. I do not like to drink my calories if I can help it. If we go out to eat, I'll have a sugar-free, pack with me to put in water, or something like that too. Because if I'm gonna get my calories, I want it to be from some food, you know. Um, Emre, I don't know if you're still here or not, but I did want to share with you that I am still looking for an app similar to Life Fasting app that will allow us to connect and fast together. I have not had any luck yet, and if I don't find an app, I don't know which direction to go in. I had mentioned a Facebook group, but I know not everybody's on Facebook, so I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. Um what else do I have for us? So I wanted to we talked about the holidays. Oh, and I know, like, how to get through a fast day. We kind of started that and I got a little bit off track last week. And Ray says, I'm sorry, I have to go watch the fight, catch the rest on replay. Yes, yes, yes. You guys have a great weekend, and I enjoyed the live. Thank you again for being here. I appreciate your time and support, girl. I love you. Enjoy the fight. Enjoy the fight. So I wanted to share a few things with you guys about how I get through my fast days. And so because I fast on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I also work on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I work from home. So in my office, I don't have no snacks. And when I'm fasting, I usually will take my break at my desk because I don't want to come downstairs and be tempted unless I'm coming down to fix a cup of coffee. But other than that, like when I get off work, I try to stay very busy. So I'm not thinking about food. When my husband and son eat dinner, I typically will remove myself, or I may stay upstairs in my office. I just remove myself from the kitchen. We have an open floor plan, and our kitchen and living room are connected. So I'll just stay away from that area, period. I will either stay in my office upstairs, or this is my bedroom. I'll be back here and they'll be out there having dinner. And I do several little things to keep myself busy. So I just wanted to share, and whatever busy looks like for you. For me, it's a hobby. And I do different things. Like, I just wanted to show you guys. I got a word find, Dollar Tree, $1.25 these days. And so I will do my little word find. This is my journal. And if you all do not journal for weight loss, or do not journal your feelings, then I highly encourage you to do that, because I have to. Because I've suppressed so much, I have to get it out and release it. And I'm finding that it really is healing my relationship with food. It's just not a one and done. I have to continue actively work on that, right? So for me, and I'm a girl, and I'm a girl's girl. Like, I really like pretty little dainty stuff. So I have, for my journal, I have these little I think they're called washi tapes. And I will, like, put them on my pages to make my pages pretty. And it makes you focus on something, right? So I do that. And then I like to color. Um, I'm not that great at it, but I got some coloring books I will show y'all. You know, because representation matters. So I want to color people that look like me. And I like it. She had locks like I do, even though mine's is gray and hers ain't. But they can be gray in my coloring book when I color it gray. So I will color, I will journal, I don't have any books here, but I got a book shelf, whole shelf back there. Maybe I can turn y'all for a second so y'all can see. Y'all see it's underneath where that little hanging plant is. Y'all see those books back there? So I have a bookshelf with books, and that's my vision board. My vision board for 2024. I made the beginning of this year. And some things have come to pass. I put a work from home job on my vision board before I started working from home. And hey, guess what? I'm working from home. I put I'm a YouTuber on my vision board. Um, and guess what? I am a YouTuber. I might be a small one, but I'm one. And what else did I want to show y'all? I think that was it. Just all my coloring books. So whatever busy looks like for you, whatever hobby you like to do. I also had taken up a little bit of my niece taught me how to do the blanket, the thick yarn blankets. It's way over there, or I would grab it. She made me one. She taught me how to do it. So I was kind of trying to learn how to do that. I'm getting ready to start a tax prep class. So I'm going to be busy with that anyways, studying, which after this live, I'm going to get on and um, study my tax course to prepare for that for next year and stuff. So whatever busy looks like for you, right? So let's do a quick recap because we're running close to an hour and I don't want to keep anybody longer than an hour. So for anybody that is interested in having a um, way to connect and fast, I am looking for a way for us to do that. If it comes to the point where like a Facebook group is our only option, because right now I haven't had much success with finding an app. I would like to know who would be interested in that. So I'm gonna make a poll one day this week to see the interest that we have for a Facebook fasting group. Um, so if it comes down to that, like that'll be kind of my last resort because not everybody is on Facebook. But so that we talked about, I gave you a rundown of my fasting journey. We talked about how to get through a fast, which is basically to stay busy. I'm a homebody, so I don't do a lot of, you know, running around in socializing or social events. So if you do, because everybody's lifestyle is different, then I'm gonna go right back to saying knowing yourself is very important because that way you can know what your triggers are. If you're a social person and you know that those environments are going to be triggering for you, then you have to make a decision. Are you strong enough to resist the drinks and the food and it's holiday season, so it's going to be more stuff, more parties, you know. If so, you want to swap those days out? Do you want to do a modified fast and let yourself have things in smaller portions? You just have to cater your lifestyle to what works best for you. That is what I have done. That's what I will continue to do. There's so much flexibility in fasting, so you can at a moment's notice make a change, right? We do have a birthday party to go to next. No, we have a birthday party to go to tomorrow, which is a feast day for me. So I've already decided that I'm going to fast all day tomorrow, and I will. It's my husband's his one of his cousins is turning 16. It's a sweet 16. So I know that it's at a venue. I'm sure they're going to be food there. So I don't know what that's going to look like. So I'm just going to fast all day and then I will enjoy the celebration within reason, um, and then get right back on my regimen on Sunday. I'll be doing OMAD anyway, and you know, that's that. Also, want to talk about weighing yourself. I'm curious, and if you're watching the replay, or if you're in the chat, chime in. I'm curious how often people weigh themselves, because um, I weigh myself every single day. I have to. I have to keep myself accountable, because if I see a scales going up, then guess what? It's motivation for me to make adjustments when I have to. Maybe do an extended fast to keep my weight under control. I know some people advise against fasting every single day, not fasting every single day, weighing every single day, but it just works for me. It goes back to knowing yourself. It might not work for you. And if it does not work for you, then you do what works best for you. We're all different. We were made different. We're not meant to be alike. So it's just knowing yourself. That is so important. And it's a part of your mental, emotional journey, which is why it's important for me to also talk about those things on my channel, as well as weight loss, because it's never just about weight loss. It's never just about the food. I bought a book a while, many years ago, probably 20 years ago, that I never read. And it was called What's Eating You. And I couldn't even really just tell you what the book specifically was about, other than getting to the root of the problem, I believe. But that title stuck with me, because I know that it's never just the food. It's never just about the food. And I've discovered during my healing journey and therapy, advocate for therapy. Go to therapy. Go to therapy. Go to therapy. Kim J says, "Hi, friend. I weigh myself daily, mostly to know how I did the previous day, so I can adjust as needed. I want to know." Laugh out loud. Exactly. I'm the same way. And I have to. When I stop taking care of myself, thank you for sharing, Kim. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you being here. I have to weigh myself every day. And I remember a period that I wasn't weighing myself every day. I probably didn't weigh myself for months. But guess what? I was afraid to get on the scale, because I knew I wasn't taking care of myself. I knew I was binging. I knew that I wasn't going to do anything about my weight anyway. So I didn't care. And I didn't get on the scale. And when I finally decided now's the time for me to get myself together and got on the scale, it tipped 300 pounds. And I promise you, the last time I probably had got on the scale was 50 pounds before that. And I was like shocked. Now I would go to the doctor in between time and get on the scale, and I didn't even really, I disconnected from even what they were saying, or what the scale would say at the doctor's office, because I was not present with myself, because I had a mental break. Kim says, listening at the live while shopping in Aldi's. Thank you, friend. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you being here. Thank you, friend. Hey, Aldi's is a spot. I wish we had one here locally where I live at. It's about 30 minutes away, so it wouldn't be too bad. And I used to make a special trip to that location just to go to Aldi's. But I haven't been for a long time. You're going to make me have to go. I'm so stuck on Walmart grocery delivery. I'm telling you, all these different things will make you lazy. And the public is just overwhelming to me. But I do like Aldi's. Thank you for listening while you shopping, girl. What else did I have? What else did I have? I believe that was it for this live. I also I had put a poll up asking right back at you, girl, right back at you, friend. I had put a poll up to see if anybody would be interested in a fasting Friday, like a weekly or bi-weekly, or maybe once a month, like a regular scheduled fast. a weekly fast, and I only got like a couple of votes, so I'm going to try to repost that because I don't want to keep coming up if people really don't want, to fast or interested in fasting talk on Fridays. So it doesn't have to be every week. That may be too much. But if anybody is interested in it, think it would help, whoever's fasting on Fridays, especially to help get through the fast. Or if we just want to talk about other stuff, because the mental and emotional health is very important to me to talk about during the season of changing my life for the fasting lifestyle. I know that if I don't do something different, then it's just going to be a cycle that repeats itself for dieting. Because I have said before in other videos, I told you guys I lost over 168 pounds. That was on one weight loss journey. And then I gained some back. And then I lost 70 pounds. And then I gained some back. So, I'm like, if you do not do something different, even if you lose the weight this time, like your history shows that you're probably going to gain it back. So what you're going to do different this time? Well, it's going to be a lifestyle change. And that's where ADF comes in. And I'm also setting boundaries with people, focusing on taking care of myself instead of everybody else, and also addressing my mental and emotional health and working through releasing some of this trauma that I have experienced in my life. So I'm definitely doing things different this time because I'm going to be successful and we have each other. So that's a bonus. We just hit an hour. I thank everybody for being here, whoever was in and out. Whether you chatted or you just viewed, I appreciate your time. And I am going to let you guys go. Whoever is watching the fight, I hope whoever you rooting for wins, because I don't know nothing. I mean, I know Mike Tyson is fighting, but I don't know nothing about the other guy. So enjoy your evening, whatever you're doing this evening. Thank you for being here. If you're catching the replay, then hey, friend. But thank you guys. I am going to let you go and enjoy your evening and enjoy your weekend. And until next time, bye, friend. Mwah. Bye, guys. Thank you and love you all so much. You have no idea what you bring to my life. Wait a minute, my friend said, yes, we will succeed. Mindset change. Yes. 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 Enjoy Audis. You all have a blessed weekend. See you next time. Bye, friends.